I was looking back through their accounts, wondering what happened to my life, and they did. And I've tried to work out how the fuck this happened, right? They did 705,000 turnover, right? Year end, a year later, 30th of April 21, 38.3 million turnover.
Our Vodka have seen a 10,170% growth. They've smashed every single brand, every single one by an absolute mile. Our Vodka is founded by Welsh duo Charlie Morgan and Jackson Quinn, partially owned by a DJ, record producer and TV presenter Charlie.
Do you know Charlie Scott?
Fascinating.
I'd never heard of him. Do you remember when Eden Hazard kicked that ball boy? That ball boy is one of the founders of Our Vodka.
No fucking way.
He's one of the founders. So he was...
That is great.
Do you ever drink vodka, Rich?
I've been known to have a sipple or two.
Found a sick British vodka brand that we're going to talk about today. Launched 2016. Profits last financial year, 9 million quid from a standing start, right?
When did they start?
Right. Took some vodka round to a few local bars in Wales. That's where they started. They're now turning over 54 million. Mad, isn't it?
Also not a new market, right?
I did send you, it's not a new market, I did send you a message saying, send me your address. I was going to buy you a bottle and send it to you so you could drink it on the show live, but you binned me off the address, so you don't have any.
Did you really? All right. What you should have said, he said you have to consume this present in the post an hour before doing the podcast. Just really put some jet fuel behind it.
Yeah, and now we're doing them in the evening. That wouldn't have been totally out of the question, would it?
No, like a 10 a.m. podcast, meetings all day. You've got to consume what we're talking about an hour before the podcast. I'm like, okay, Doug, I'm in. I trust you.
What do you think of my setup with me lights, a picture of me dog behind my head?
Sammy. Anything with Sammy in it, I'm kind of drawn to and very happy.
Tomorrow, we're going to see his family. He's not seen them in 2 years since we got him. And I want to set up a WhatsApp group with people that might care and then just send them live stuff. What do you think?
As far as I'm concerned, I care more about this than I did against Tyson v Holyfield pay-per-view. I want updates. I'm desperate for it. It's going to make my Easter weekend.
I'm going to set up a broadcast. Do you think I should set up a broadcast, or do you think I should set up one where people can comment?
I think you should set up a constant, steady flow of data and media that people can hold on to and cherish for life.
Yeah, in a WhatsApp group. Okay,
yeah.
Vodka. So the company is AU Vodka. So I was looking at the Times Top 100 fastest growing companies, came across these guys. Personally hadn't heard of them. Have you heard of them?
Are they the guys with the gold bottles? I swear I've seen something like quite... I was going to say quite Essex there, but I might get cancelled for saying that. But, quite showy.
Yes.
We've got a bar in Nottingham called Billions. I should imagine they sell it in there.
Yeah, almost certainly. Let me just read you their numbers. Yeah. So latest accounts they started in 2016. So this is like 7 years old. Turnover 54 million. Mm-hmm. Right? Gross profit 19 million.
Right.
Profit after tax 8.3 million from a standing start. Wild numbers. I was looking back through their accounts, wondering what had happened to my life. But I was looking back at Company's House, right? And they did. And I've tried to work out how the fuck this happened, right? So their accounts, year end, 30th of April 20, they did 705,000 turnover, right? Year end, a year later, 30th of April 21, 38.3 million turnover within the space of a year.
What happened in 2020 though, Doug?
Yeah, but it's not like they were massive and then, there was a dip and then they're back. That is I know what you're going to say. You're going to say people are at home drinking vodka, but that's still an insane jump, though, right? From 700.
I want to know how they even manage from the logistics of it. How do you scale up a physical product business like that? I mean, you need some serious potatoes to kind of crack on with that level of vodka production when you're not used to it.
Yeah, exactly. How do you even scale? Like they've essentially got that's something like a 50x increase in turnover in a 12-month period.
Yeah, that's wild. Have you dug into it? What happened? What did they do with their marketing? What did they get investment?
I don't think they did get investment. I don't think they've had anything. I can't see anything on the balance sheet. Although I must admit, reading a balance sheet is not one of my strengths. I don't see any I don't see any investment in there. I don't see any investment in the trade journals. What I have examined is two things. I've examined what their product mix is now, and I've had a look at their strategy. So their strategy is very simple. Fucking garish gold bottle. So the guys that
catches the eye.
Look, I'm not criticising. Well, I am, but it look.
I think you are. Al Vodka. He thinks your bottles look shit. Definitely get a nice little suit on Doug for defamation of design.
You're right. I do think it's garish, but I also acknowledge it's genius. So they've looked at it, right? They've looked at the category. In that category, you've got a load of either shit. They're all at the same. They're all just a clear bottle. You've got Smirnoff. You've got Grey Goose.
Can I just stop you? Sorry,
me.
I'm just.
I can't.
No, this is well worth it. I went to Google Al Vodka, and then Brian Blessed's on my phone. Look at this guy. This was what was coming up on my phone, and I had to just stop it because that menacing image was looking at me. I stopped you in your flow for that.
I thought you were going to make a point about the global vodka market or something of any fucking vague use. So anyway, look, all these brands look the same. They're derivative. You've got the shit ones, you've got the nice ones. Our vodka have gone cool. They've done two things. They've made the bottle gold, great. They've also added some flavour in, so it's blueberry flavour and raspberry, and they flavour it, yeah. And then, so they've said, cool, we're going to target 19 to 35. We're going to go for the young demographic. There is fuck all for that demographic. It's all the same derivative, either shit or aimed at older people. And then the real quality is we're just going to absolutely smash social media. So their social media, they've got hundreds of thousands of followers across their channels. I spent about half an hour down their Instagram feed. Not something I would choose to follow, but you are looking at Eden Hazard is on there, Ronaldinho is on there, Floyd Mayweather is on there. They paid Mayweather, Logan Paul $250,000 to get a fucking Al Vodka tattoo on his arm. They did £120,000 Lamborghini wrapped in Al Vodka gold giveaway. They go into Weatherspoons and they have a fucking gold straw in your drink. And if you get that, they come in with a case of gold with money in. And give people money in Weatherspoons.
Guerrilla marketing, classic, isn't it? Just on this, top 50 lightning companies in the UK, or globally, it must be globally. Al Vodka has seen a 10,170% growth. Like they've smashed every single brand, every single one by an absolute mile. Al Vodka is founded by Welsh duo Charlie Morgan and Jackson Quinn, partially owned by a DJ, record producer, and TV presenter Charlie.
Do you know Charlie Sloth?
Fascinating.
I've never heard of him.
No,
if you go on their Instagram,
I know
he's
animal.
all over their Instagram. He's the one that now is kind of front and center of the brand, bizarrely. Do you want a little side story that I think you'll enjoy?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember when Eden Hazard kicked that ball boy? Do you remember that Chelsea played Swansea away and the ball boy grabbed onto the ball and Eden Hazard, the Chelsea player, kicked it out from under him? That ball boy is one of the founders of our vodka.
No fucking way.
He's one of the founders. So he was...
That is great. So that's why Eden Hazard's all over it then, isn't it?
Hazard's involved, yeah. Exactly. He's on their socials.
Look at this.
Good, isn't it?
That's a bit, but yeah. If you're listening in America and you don't know what we're talking about, it was definitely quite something when that took
So-
place. Here they are playing chess with our vodka bottles.
That's the vibe.
I mean, fair play to these guys. They've nailed the marketing, haven't they?
They've just looked at a category and they've said the category doesn't tailor to our demographic, so we're going to create something that does. And what I would imagine is they've created vodka drinkers out of nothing. I would imagine. So young people that were like, "What a shit drink." Cool. Okay, we'll put a bit of like blueberry in it. I'll give it a go. And I think it is amazing. I can't believe how much margin there is in that business. Off 54 million turnover.
How much they selling for? What do they sell for?
It's like 30 quid,
Which are
something
they?
like that. I know it's not that cheap because I really was on the border of whether I was going to buy you one.
£34.
I was on the border.
I mean, regular vodka goes for anything from 20 to 30, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
Amazing.
It's mid in terms of price point. Other categories then, Rich. So these guys have gone, cool, we are going to create a vodka brand for the social media generation. For social media, basically. That's what they've done. And they've done that incredibly well. Other categories that this can be done for? Drinks categories, any other categories? Or are we 8 years too late?
I mean, we are definitely. I mean, I just turned 43. I'm definitely a little bit out of touch. You know, I'm thinking, you know, Burgundy, Pinot Noir, Beaujolais. Not going to be interested. But if you look at the spirits, whiskey, you'd think needs a reboot. Whiskey is a typical legacy drink. It's very, very. It's got a great following in terms of, you know, the finer side of it. But no one's drinking the lower side. JD and Coke was a thing, obviously, when we were younger. Gin, way too associated with grandmas, no matter how much that has been rebooted, and there's some amazing gins out there now. But like you say, vodka wasn't touched, was it?
I've got a few for you.
Wasn't trendy.
And all the brands look the same. If you line up all the brands, not including it out, they all look the same. I've got a few categories. I was thinking this as I was walking around Waitrose at the weekend. That could do with a real juice up. All right. First one, pickles. Right. Pickled onion brands. All right.
Yeah,
that's your first one.
Brilliant. Nothing says I want to consume something that makes me stink more than that.
Pickled onions, because look, big category, you know, sizable, takes up a bit of shelf space. All the stuff looks the same. All right. Also, pretty healthy category.
You mean just clear with pickled onions in it?
Exactly.
What would you do? No, let's just have 30 seconds deep dive to this absolute brainchild.
Millions this is worth.
How would you? That's the short, isn't it? This is $1 billion idea, pickled onions. What would you do here? So would you copy what they do and just make it really garish and think, oh, you know what people who are 18 to 25 want? They're desperate for pickled onions.
I think you'd maybe have a full pickled brand. You could have red cabbage, maybe olives, onions, and it's
eggs.
Yeah, fucking eggs. It's a neon purple brand, and it's just, you know, you have, and it's all about health benefits, and you have health influencers. You know, you have like, I don't know, Chris Hoy. You know, he's there.
Chris Hoy. Right, anyone who's 18 to 25, please comment below who Chris Hoy is without Googling it. For fuck's sake. Chris Hoy. Okay, right. Chris Hoy, this business. Tell you what, roll up. Any investors that want to start Doug's Pickled Onion brand, we've got Chris Hoy signed up, you know, Olympian from, I don't know, 2004?
It's a while ago.
Maybe. Ready. Yeah, but he's also... Everything you associate with Olympian is pickled onions and vinegar. Yeah.
Look, I'm just riffing. My
Calvin, we need fucking Chris Hoy on a little GIF just going across the screen in 2004 in his lycra, dragging a pack of pickled onions behind him. Yeah, I can just see it now. Hi, I'm Chris Hoy. Eat Doug's pickled onions. Here they are in a purple bottle. Oh, okay, and in case you don't know it, here comes some fucking eggs coming at you. Gherkins? Cornicons? We stick anything in vinegar. I'm Chris Hoy. Oh, fuck me, you've made my day. Oh.
I don't think.
You wrote Chris Hoy on your piece of paper, didn't you? You were like, influencer.
Yeah,
Chris
got
Hoy.
it. I don't think.
Brian Blessed needs to be the bloody influencer.
I don't think. I don't think I'm your boy for a social media rebrand. But
or fast moving consumer goods.
I think you stick me. I don't you B2B boring shit. Fine.
Yeah, ball bearings. Yeah, car parts.
Like those cones, those traffic cones that you put out at airports when you're repainting the runway. I'll get you over the line with that.
Yeah, road furniture. Yeah, road furniture.
Okay, so there we have it. Our vodka, phenomenal British brand.
Yeah, amazing story, and it's fantastic. They're global with those kind of numbers, right? They must be really penetrating the States.
They're in the
now,
States.
I would imagine.
They're in mainland Europe. They're in the
Yeah,
States.
great. Good on them.
I think at this.
Good on them. We should get them on.
Yeah. Well, look, we've got more subscribers than videos now, so I think we're your last short did 7.2 thousand. That's influencer levels now.
I want to know how many pickled onion and Chris Hoy is going to do. Because Calvin, if that's not a short, I'm coming over to South Africa to have a word. That is a short.
It is time now to do your outro, and I want you to do a shout out for something. So maybe it's a subscriber. You might say something nice about my business. You might pitch Mahara. You choose.
I think I can't do any shout outs other than saying that I think Doug is a wonderful, creative human being with unbelievably great ideas and definitely should get into influencer marketing. If you've got a hot brand and you know that you've got a few precious pennies to go and get this thing activated, talk to Doug. He's got a great influencer network. He'll get it done for you. Like, subscribe, and come back for more wonderful, wonderful businesses.
See you next time, Rich.